You walk down a sterile hallway. The air is thick with the smell of disinfectant and something else, something metallic, something ancient. You hear a cough, but when you turn the corner, there's nothing but empty beds and shadows stretching across the floor. These aren't just abandoned buildings, they're haunted remnants of suffering, places where the sick came to heal, but never left. What happens when a hospital is left to rot? But the patients never leave. From eerie operating rooms to whispers in the dark, these abandoned hospitals are more than just ruins. They're real-life nightmares. Let's dive into the 5 creepiest abandoned hospitals in the world. We're going deep into the dark heart of Germany, to a sprawling complex of buildings swallowed by trees. This is Heilstatten, a former tuberculosis sanatorium that became a gruesome war hospital during both World Wars. This place has seen more death than most, and trust me, it's soaked into the walls. Even Hitler himself was treated here in World War I, but even the Führer couldn't escape the darkness that clings to this place. Locals whisper about the ghosts of soldiers, still marching through the overgrown courtyards, their boots crunching on fallen leaves. Nurses in blood-stained aprons glide through the corridors, their eyes hollow, their presence chilling to the bone. But the most disturbing stories come from the old surgery wing, where the air is heavy with the stench of ether and decay. People hear moans echoing from empty operating rooms, the spectral cries of patients who died under the surgeon's knife. What's truly terrifying is that Heilstatten is only partially abandoned. There are still functioning medical facilities on the grounds, but venture into the off-limits areas and you're stepping into a nightmare. Urban explorers, those brave souls who document the abandoned, have reported disembodied voices, cold spots that defy logic, and a crushing sense of dread that follows them home. This is a place where the veil between our world and the next is thin, where the echoes of suffering are deafening. Our next stop takes us to the hills of Kentucky, to a place that was once a beacon of hope but now stands as a chilling monument to tragedy. This is Waverly Hills Sanatorium, a tuberculosis hospital with a sinister past. Over 60,000 souls perished within these walls, their bodies ravaged by the disease, their last breaths echoing through the halls. The energy here is palpable, a suffocating blanket of despair. Patients deemed too far gone were confined to the dreaded death tunnel, a subterranean passage used to secretly remove bodies from the building. Imagine the terror of those forced to walk that tunnel, knowing their next stop was the morgue, or worse. Visitors to Waverly Hills have reported hearing the screams of the dead, their cries echoing from the depths of the building. Shadowy figures dart through the hallways, vanishing into thin air. One of the most haunted areas is room 502, where 2 nurses allegedly committed suicide. The energy in that room is so oppressive, so heavy, that even seasoned paranormal investigators have been known to flee in terror. Waverly Hills is a hotbed of paranormal activity, a place where the veil between life and death is stretched thin. It's a stark reminder that some wounds, some traumas never truly heal, not even in death. We journey now to South Korea, to a place shrouded in mystery and fear. Gonjiam Psychiatric Hospital, a name whispered in hushed tones by locals, a place they believe is cursed. This wasn't just a hospital, it was a prison for the mentally ill, where unspeakable experiments were allegedly performed on patients. Imagine being trapped in this cold, sterile environment, your mind already fragile, your sanity hanging by a thread. The stories surrounding Gonjiam are the stuff of nightmares. Legend has it that the patients began dying under mysterious circumstances, their deaths blamed on the head doctor, who was said to have gone mad himself. One day the hospital was abruptly abandoned, the staff vanishing overnight, leaving everything behind: medical records, personal belongings, even patient restraints still strapped to beds. The Korean government has declared Gonjiam off-limits, but that hasn't stopped thrill-seekers and paranormal investigators from sneaking onto the grounds. They report a bone-chilling cold that seeps into your bones, disembodied whispers that seem to come from the walls themselves, and an overwhelming feeling of being watched. Some believe that the patients' tormented souls still wander the halls, driven mad by the horrors they endured in life. Gonjiam stands as a chilling reminder that some places are best left undisturbed, their secrets buried beneath layers of fear and decay. So our journey takes us to Italy, to Poveglia Island, a place steeped in death and sorrow. This small island in the Venetian lagoon has a chilling history. For centuries, it was a dumping ground for the sick and dying. During the Black Death, thousands were quarantined and burned here. Later, it became an asylum with a dark, gruesome history. Over 160,000 souls are buried in mass graves. The soil is saturated with death. The Italian government has forbidden access, declaring it too dangerous. Even fishermen refuse to cast their nets near the island. Locals whisper that Poveglia is cursed. It's a place where the air is thick with the stench of death. Our final destination brings us to England, to a place frozen in time, a haunting reminder of the fragility of the human psyche. This is Hellingly Hospital, a former mental asylum that closed its doors in 1994, but the darkness lingers. Unlike the other locations on our list, Hellingly wasn't abandoned overnight. It was systematically shut down, its patients transferred, its equipment left behind. Walking the halls of Hellingly is like stepping into a time capsule. Medical charts lie open on desks, beds are neatly made, and treatment rooms stand eerily silent, as if waiting for the next patient to be wheeled in. But beneath this veneer of normalcy lies something sinister. Former patients and staff have reported hearing disembodied voices echoing through the corridors, the screams of those who suffered within these walls. Urban explorers have documented sudden and extreme cold spots, their cameras malfunctioning, their batteries draining at an alarming rate, as if some unseen force is trying to prevent them from revealing Hellingly's secrets. The heavy energy in Hellingly is undeniable, a palpable sense of unease that clings to you long after you've left. It's a chilling reminder that some places, even in their stillness, hold the echoes of pain and suffering, a darkness that time cannot erase. From the blood-soaked grounds of Belitz Heilstatten to the plague-ridden shores of Poveglia, these hospitals stand as chilling reminders that some wounds run deeper than flesh and bone. These hospitals were meant to heal, but something far darker was left behind. Would you dare explore them? Tell us in the comments which one creeped you out the most. If you felt the chill, there's more where that came from. Subscribe to Ghost Files International and stay with us, because the next haunting tale is already watching you. Coming soon.